The movie I chose for this week's review is The Last Seduction, which stars Linda Florentino, Peter Berg, and Bill Pullman.
Pardon me if you can. Movie reviews.
Bridget Gregory, Linda Florentino, leaves her husband Clay, played by Bill Pullman, taking his $700,000 of drug money. Taking a job and hiding out in a small country town, Clay is soon on her trail and is sending men after her. Bridget seduces a local, Mike, played by Peter Berg, a young man who easily falls for the beautiful, aggressive Bridget and is manipulated and drawn into a web of deceit and possible murder. The Last Seduction is a dark comedy film noir. It has received extremely high ratings from many notable film critics and is widely regarded to be a classic despite being released on straight-to-video in 1993. It initially did not find a distributor and was released on cable television. Only after some enthusiastic reviews did it get a limited release on theaters. The film was directed by John Dahl, who also directed Red Rock West and Unforgettable, both films we have reviewed on this channel. This is a virtuosic performance by Linda Florentino, a very beautiful and extremely sexy femme fatale that dominates all the male characters, both mentally and physically. She is definitely one of the best femme fatales in movies. A really distinctive, tough voice with an aggressive grace, she is a hypnotic, dark angel that moves with full control in every scene of the movie. The movie contrasts the cold, cruel wickedness of the city and the friendly but ignorant and vulnerable people of the country. The small town that Bridget hides out in reacts shocked to the presence of an African-American man in their town, a private detective that her husband sent to get her, played by the late Bill Nunn. Almost all the characters from the city have a crude seediness to them, and the country people are at Bridget's mercy as they have no ability seeing through her web of lies. I love seeing Peter Berg in movies, who has graduated to become a very respected film director. Here he plays a young man bent on escaping from the small town. When Bridget walks into his life for the first time and he hears her tough and strong attitude, he sees it as a chance to see if he can make it with the city people, but is vulnerable and weak to the diabolical mindset of Bridget, and he can never see past her seduction and sex. Now, despite having a very talented director who did Red Rock West and Unforgettable, both of which films I really liked, I personally found The Last Seduction to be an absolute bore. It has all the ingredients I love in a film noir: a beautiful and sexy as hell femme fatale, tough characters, some slick dialogue, and a dark plot, but the movie stretches on and on. Bridget encounters many situations and overcomes them all with her sex, intelligence, and ruthlessness. She's just too powerful. None of the other characters stand a chance against her, and the plotting becomes too obvious. Other than the very beginning where she gets slapped by her husband, there was never a moment in the film I thought she was in danger or in trouble. She always had an ace up her sleeve to overcome her problems and was always 2 steps ahead of the characters. Without tension or any real threat to Bridget, the movie to me became very dull. Only one character in this entire film, Clay, her husband played by Bill Pullman, seemed to understand Bridget and could maybe put up a challenge. But he is holstered for 90% of this movie and in the end doesn't really get a chance to pose a threat. Now, this film, The Last Seduction, is considered to be a classic. While I don't agree with many of the film critics, I still highly recommend this movie, mainly because of the incredible performance by Linda Florentino. She is a very sexy and powerful femme fatale that has to be seen.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Check out our podcast at www.podmeifyoucan.com.